Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. So today we will try to play a few raids with our friend Nix the Black Mask. Or actually it's Mr. Frost Nix today. Hello Mr. Frost Nix.
How's it going there, Multi?
Pretty good. So today we will play with heroes, but next week we will try to alternate and play with villains next week. I made a poll some time ago, and basically there's roughly 60% of players who want to play heroes, or about 20% that want to play villains, and the rest that want to play either or that just cannot do it. So I would say the last Friday of the month we could play with evil villains, and the rest of the month we'll play with heroes or something like that. We may switch it around a bit, but I'm thinking we could try something like that. So hello 9V Appliance, hello Shinobite, hello Random Subscriber, hello King E, hello Car Thomas. So if you guys give me a minute or two, I'll finish setting up things on my end. So how was your week, Mr. Nix?
A little chaotic, but it's starting to kind of wind down now. And I was looking forward to this all week, so here we go again. Once again, back at it. We're working on raids today. So that means that we're going to be looking at tier 10 raids, guys, and we're going to go from the top of the list and see how far we can get down before we call it quits for the night.
Usually we play roughly an hour. There's once or twice where we played a bit longer. So we'll see how it works out today. Yeah, random subscriber, send a tell to Mr. Frostnix. You'll be in charge of forming the group, and we'll put a group together and we'll go play a few raids. We'll try to play probably some tier 10 raids. We haven't played any of those with you guys just yet, so we'll start with probably from the top, like the Phoenix Cannon, and then into the Dark Multiverse, and we'll work our way down until, well, odds are we'll play 2, maybe 3 raids. We'll see how it works out. Hello, Nixo Wolf. Obviously, we do what we can to try to answer as much of your comments as we can. But obviously, sometimes when we're playing the game, especially if we're in a part that is a bit challenging, I hope you'll forgive. You'll find a place in your low hearts to forgive us if we don't see your comments. Sadly, sometimes there's a lot of you guys commenting and the comments go fast, or sometimes we're busy doing something in the game that requires a lot of our attention. I think there's Prime Barry Allen that's trying to get your attention, Mr. Nix.
I already got him in the group.
Oh, okay. I didn't say anything then.
Well, you're crazy. That's fine.
School. It's been a long time for me.
Good old school.
I don't miss it one bit.
It's good that you have a goal there, Nexo. You gotta have somewhere, some sort of a plan to go with it for your education.
Sadly, what was the line that Snart used in the Flash? You make the plan, you execute the plan goes wrong, you throw away the plan, and then you make it up as you go along.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, it's the greatest plan ever.
I've stopped
That's
making
actually one of my
plans.
favorite lines.
I stopped making plans a long time ago. I try to stay flexible, look for opportunities, but my plans are very broad strokes these days. Hello, Mark Sim. You can join by sending a tell to Mr. Nix. We play, for those of you who maybe do not know, we play on US PS4 or PC, US PC, depending on what platform you have. So send a tell to our friend Nix, and he'll invite you to the group. Once we manage to fill the group, we'll get started. I think there's Joey. No, Joey Thunderstriker is there. I thought he was trying to get your attention.
They all try to get my attention, like they try to get your attention.
Yeah, Virtual Mirage. Sadly, is Nintendo Switch. We can play if you play on the Nintendo Switch, or if you play on Xbox, or if you play on the European server. Sadly, guys, we just can't do it. Colix, yeah, I'm sure. Actually, we do have a healer, but would never hurt to get a spare one just in case. So I hope you guys had a good week. For those of you who may not know, this week we still have the same bonus week as last week. It's still the bonus Ant Medal. From what I understand, right now Texas, there was some power issues in Texas, so the devs ran out of power, I guess, and they could not give us a new bonus week this week, so they continued the one we had last week. So when I made the video, I didn't know that that happened. I was a bit in a bubble this past week. So yesterday when I saw that there was a continuation of the bonus week, I didn't know just yet about the Texas issues. And then later on, I saw some people apparently like some wind turbines got frozen because of the cold down there. And that seems to be how Texas gets their electricity these days. Sorry, Nixon Wolf, we're not on the EU server. We're on the US server. Yeah, this is on PS4, but if you play on PC, you can join us as well. PS4 and PC play on the same server, and obviously PS5 as well. Yeah, Alvin, I'm sorry about that. Sadly, opening Shazam Time Capsule, even if you open 30 of them, if you're looking for one specific item, I'm not surprised that you. Sadly, it happens that if you're looking for one specific item, sometimes you just don't get it. That's why often I'll suggest to people if you want just one item, just buy it from the broker. It's pretty much the safer option. I know that a lot of people don't like it when I say that, but with the broker, you know exactly how much you need. Like you see the item for let's say 20 million, so you know okay, I have to work and farm for cash for 20 million, and once you gather your cash, then you can purchase the item right away as opposed to opening time capsule and hoping to get the one item you want. And sometimes you'll open 5, 10, 200 time capsules and you still don't have the one item you want. Thank you, Alucard. I hope you guys are doing well in Italy. Hello, Wazes. Icefang. Welcome to the live stream. Hello, Connor McNamara. Yeah, we're doing good today.
I should have brought my I should have brought an nth metal detector. I forgot about that during this hour.
Well,
Oh well.
from what I understand, I'm pretty sure Meps mentioned that it does not stack with the current bonus. Or am I crazy?
So actually, you're not crazy, and Meps actually got something wrong.
Oh, okay.
So he said that within the hour of you using the nth metal detector, you only get 4 caches, but like that would be doubled. So like when you use an nth metal detector and you fight something and you get the loot, you'll get an nth metal cache box. During this week, you'll get 2 boxes, but it's not 8 MEPs. Actually, you would get 10. 10, possibly more actually if the hour permits, but you get it every 10 minutes. So maybe he thought it was only 15, every 15 minutes.
Okay.
But no,
So
every 10 minutes.
So it would be worth using.
I think so, absolutely. That's why I've been telling people to use them whenever you can.
Well, I have a big stack of them, so I'll probably do that a bit later this week.
Yeah, for sure. You joined by sending me a tell. I've sent it now a couple of times there on me.
Hello, Virtual Mirage. In California, sadly, there's nothing I can do about the graphics. It's not. I don't work for DCUO. It's probably one of the misconceptions people have. I don't. Nix and I, we do not work for DCUO. We're just two guys who enjoy playing this universe online, and I enjoy making videos. I started making videos, I don't know, 5.5 years ago now. I made one video, and it's pretty much because of Jens Anderson, who used to be the creative director in this universe online. At some point, he mentioned how people were struggling with that. The very first mission you play on the Brainiac mission, on the Brainiac ship, Jens had mentioned, or Spittle, I should say, had mentioned that people were struggling with that first mission, and a lot of people would quit on the game just there and then. So foolishly, I thought, okay, I'll make a video, a tutorial for that first mission. So I made that first video, and then I made another, and I made another, and here we are.
2,000 plus videos later.
Yep.
But yeah, no, surprising nobody, we are not devs. We just like to play the game as much as what anybody else does. But they actually are hiring though. I've seen that they thrown on a link to where you could apply. if you want to get into a career working for this kind of a company, I don't know what they are hiring. I don't know what positions they are, but I did find that funny how, yes, they are hiring right now.
Well, I know there's a dev or two that left, so that to begin with, they probably have to replace those. But since they've been purchased, it's not impossible that they could be thinking of some sort of expansion. Or I know they have also other games in the works, so it could be they need people for those other games as well. That's alright, virtual marriage. It's a mistake that people do fairly often. Yeah, I saw the Justice League trailer. I have to admit, I'm not a big Snyder fan. I thought the trailer was a bit pretentious, but overall, it looks like it could be a cool thing. It can be worse than the movie we had, so I have to admit, even though I'm not a Snyder fan, I'm curious to see what that new version of the Justice League movie will be. From what I understand, they pretty much either reshot every frame or they already had they reshot a lot of content when they made the version that we actually saw. So a lot of the stuff that were previously shot is probably what's going to be used. And they did reshoot a few scenes, but from what I understand, at first we thought they would reshoot a lot of scenes. Apparently, they just reshot a few scenes, like 4 minutes worth of content. But there was a lot of stuff that they had shot before that either they did not use, or they used an alternate take, or they reshot a new take. So it's going to be a lot of new stuff, but a lot of new stuff that had already been shot by Zack Snyder way back when. So I have to admit, I'm very
Right.
curious about seeing that movie. I saw the design for Steppenwolf. I have to admit, it's right there and then. That alone is a huge improvement compared to the one we had in the movie. I just hope that the rest will be an improvement as well. I wasn't too crazy about the sort of Joker they seem to be aiming for, but that's a minor nitpick.
Yeah, I don't think he's the main pull of the focus for that Justice League movie anyway, so I wouldn't see it as a big deal. At least for now, until we see how involved he actually is in the movie. I guess we'll find out. I'm excited. Mid March, I think it is, March 17th or something like that.
I forget. I know they announced they didn't announce a date, and it's going to be worldwide, so it's going to be released worldwide on the same day. But I don't remember the actual date. But it is in March, yes. I would say March 18, but uh, take that with a grain of salt. I'm not sure about the exact date. And next, Sue was asking about the Moon Knight TV series. I have to admit, I'm not too excited about that. But I'm not too excited. Like right now, there's the WandaVision series that's playing, and I hate that show. I watched the first 10 minutes and then I skipped and I skipped and I skipped and I watch a minute or two and then I would skip a bit further and I pretty much skipped over the first to the end of the second episode and I don't want to watch that show. That it was cute. The whole bit about the TV show within the TV show, it was a cute bit for about 5 minutes, but from what I understand, they've done that for like 3 or 4 episodes now, and it's just too much. It's a nice gag, but it's a gag that they've stretched way too much. It wasn't something you could do and sustain for multiple episodes. So I pretty much gave up on that show. And the whole reveals that they had, like the Quicksilver reveal, it was a cute reveal. And then they were teasing another reveal, which was just Agatha Harkness, which anyone who read the comics knew from the first frame we saw the lady, we knew who she was. So it wasn't much of a reveal.
The new
Uh,
episodes of WandaVision. Ah, yes. That's such a good show right now.
So you see why Nix is a villain. He's crazy.
Yep,
So Nix, you enjoy the show?
I do. It's good. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, like any series, it's a bit of a slow startup, but then when you start to unravel it a little bit more in the future episodes, you start to get yourself hooked.
So the direction they seems to be taking, I guess I'm not too excited. So I'm not too excited about the Moon Knight movie. Also, I heard there's going to be a lot of changes. Obviously, I sadly it's very difficult to get something that is close to the comics, especially right now. So I don't have much hope for the Moon Knight series, sadly. Neymar is asking, we need a new power. New powers would be nice. It would be nice if we could have all the Lantern powers. Sadly, it just we're not there yet. Maybe at some point we'll be able to get more powers. They did mention that they would like to give us new powers, but it doesn't seem to be an option, at least not in the short term.
We need a new school, a new DCUO. Eh,
Well,
I don't know.
if they make a DCUO 2 and we can import all our stuff from DCUO 1 into DCUO 2, yeah, sure, I wouldn't mind. But if they make a DCUO 2 where we have to start from scratch, I have hundreds of styles. I have hundreds, probably even thousands of base items. I wouldn't want to start from scratch again. If I was to lose all of that, switching to DCUO 2, I would probably stay on DCUO. I probably would not switch. I don't know if Nix agrees to that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I think we have an issue with our group here. 1 second.
Could be someone is too low level. To play in the group, guys, you have to be at least combat rating 290 so that we can play all the missions. I think our friend Jason Todd is only level 30.
It's actually Hero Fall Heroes.
No? Okay.
Our healer. Sorry, Hero. We're gonna have to find another healer.
Sorry, guys. So you have to be at least combat rating 290 so that we can play pretty much any mission in the game. Otherwise, it will make it challenging to try to get into missions. Clamps, send a text to our friend Nix.
We are looking for a healer, though, so I hope, are you a healer there, Ghosty?
So yeah, if we could get a healer, that would be nice. Hello, Jim Default. Hello, Goku Black. Send a tell to Nix. If you're a healer, you'll be in. Yeah, we have the Flash season 7. I think it ended on a cliffhanger last year. I think Iris was stuck in the mirror universe or something like that, and Flash was trying to get her out of there. I didn't really, I didn't watch the last season. I watched a few episodes for the. Was there a crossover? Yeah, for the Crisis crossover last year. That's pretty much the last of the episodes I watched. But I in a roundabout ways, I kind of heard about what was going on in the Flash. Flash is out of speed as well again. Ah, poor Flash.
Actually, we have room for 2 people. Just need 1 more now. If we can have Prime Barry Allen go heal.
There's
and this
Clamps.
can work.
Oh, Clamps did join. Okay.
Yep.
Oh no, they killed the Speed Force in the TV show?
Yeah, Barry lost his powers. But then soon he'll realize it was in him the whole time.
Ah.
I know, right? I feel like that's where we're going. I feel like we're just about ready to have that be said on the TV show.
Hello, Payaso.
I kind of got sick of watching The Flash when it started to become We Are the Flash kind of ordeal rather than the fastest man alive, etc. Like that became like the new quote like the past couple seasons, and I just couldn't take it.
Well, they've for the past 2 or 3 seasons at least, they've been trying to move away from the Flash. they've been using any excuse to focus on any other character but the Flash, which is something I kind of hate when they do that. Yeah, usually they do that when they pretty much don't really know what to do with their main character, so they start focusing on the side characters. In this case, it seems to be maybe a mixture of that and also them trying to push other character than the evil white male. So, anyways, but the last season I really watched was the one with his daughter Nora. I pretty much gave up on the show after that, but I kept watching the crossovers. The crossovers were always a fun bit. The Crisis one was fun,
Oh.
even though they used it to kill Arrow.
Oh, I think they butchered that one. The anti-monitor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just it was horrible. But anyways.
Well, it had a
We
lot
just
of fun Easter eggs, I would say.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, we got room for one more, guys.
Well, for the
One
DC
more.
movies, there's something that people don't realize, and I don't see a lot of people mentioning it, is that when they created the Marvel Studios, it was to work specifically for Marvel movies. So those studios were created with the one intent of creating movies with the Marvel properties. Warner Brothers, that wasn't quite the case. Warner Brothers were making movies, and then at some point they had to make movies with superheroes because DC was part of Warner at that time. So you pretty much have people at Warner who are not really superhero fans, and they don't really want to make superhero movies. They want to make artsy fartsy movies, and they're stuck having to make silly superhero movies. And despite all the success that Marvel had with their movies, sadly, a lot of filmmakers, when they're stuck making superhero movies, they see that as a bit of a step down. They see they're not too happy about that, let's say. So that's why it doesn't work quite as well to make movies with DC characters than it does with Marvel characters because they're not really people aren't really invested in making movies with those characters.
All right, we are full. We are ready to go.
And even Zack Snyder pretty much said as much as when he was a kid, he wasn't too crazy about superhero comics. He was reading stuff like Heavy Metal comic magazine and stuff like that. So you can see why you can see why he went away from making a classic Superman character as opposed to making the I guess more edgy Superman he wanted to make. Yeah, well, that's one of the issues they have with the Flash is that he's so powerful. They have a hard time finding a proper challenge for him. I guess it was easier when when he was facing off the Reverse Flash or Zoom. Those guys were as fast as he was, if not faster. So they were able to provide a good challenge for him. But afterwards, I tried to have him face the Thinker or what was his name? Yeah, it was the Thinker, I think. They tried to have him face a non-speedster character, and it doesn't work quite as well. So they made him very powerful, and they don't seem to know what to do with such a powerful character.
Too sure.
So I'm burning. Any reason why he's not clicking yes?
I don't know. See if I can encourage him.
It's like I'm burning, even if you're just a tank. That's not a problem. Actually, they extended the antimatter event. It's going to be extended at least until March. I'm not sure exactly when. Probably March 3rd. And the Valentine seasonal is also extended until March 3rd. So this year we're kind of lucky. We are going to be able to play the events
You're
a
here.
bit longer than we
The
were supposed to.
Thanagarians have confirmed that the Key of Atlan and the Phoenix Cannon can open a portal to the Dark Multiverse. Hawkgirl is speaking with the Thanagarians now to get access to the cannon.
So Super is asking about the best tank role. Personally, I kind of like Ice because it's a tank power that uses shields a lot. Uh, but Fire is also pretty good. Actually, all the tank powers are pretty good. I can't think of one that stinks. What about you, Mr. Nix?
Yeah, so it's about really what do you want out of your tank? Do you want to have the best of shields? Do you want to have the best pulls in the game? I mean, Atomic is quite huge right now, as well as Rage. Rage is a very common power to come across. Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of great powers. There's really no wrong answer there. The problem, though, with Ice is that their pulls, to try to get everything all nicely put together, is Ice has the worst pulls in the game, I think. But, you know, with Lasso Artifact, put that on your tank, if that's part of your loadout. Lasso makes everything look nice.
I haven't tried that one just yet.
Oh, you gotta. I have it on my troll side, too. It's very handy.
Eric Messiah is asking if DCUO is available on PS5. Yes, it is.
Yep, most certainly is.
And you don't even need a PlayStation Plus to play if you want to.
Yep, constantly get asked what is the best of the best when it comes to each and every power. What's the best troll power? Well, again, the answer is it depends. What do you want? Do you want the best shields in the game? Do you want the most power out? You have to figure out what your want is first, and then I can make that decision for you from there. Best shields in the game is easily Quantum. There's no question. I mean, I make gadgets look good, but that's just me.
I play Quantum pretty much almost the same way I play Mental. The one distinction is my shield doesn't teleport me the way I can with Quantum. That's the one drawback I would say with Mental. You can pretty much play it as well as Quantum. Although Quantum, it might be just me being paranoid, but the crowd control seems to be better with Quantum. Even in DPS role, I can do a lot of crowd control with Quantum powers. So I'm not sure if it's a glitch, a bug, or if it's intended, but the crowd control seems to be a bit better also with Quantum. With Arlight, you pretty much have to give up the idea of using your combos. Yeah, you can do some combos, but very often you're Johnny on the spot if you place a controller. So if you're stuck playing a combo as opposed to giving power or casting a group shield at a crucial time, that could be an issue.
Did you start the fight?
No, I would never do that.
Okay. They didn't just instantly try to kill you right off the bat?
They did.
That would be crazy.
They did try to kill me, but someone, the music is saying the channel is growing so fast. Actually, yeah, it had a bit of a boost in January somehow. In January somehow, the channel did grow quite a bit. It was a bit of a surprise. Usually January is a bit of a slow month, but this year it actually was quite good. And February seems to it slowed down a bit, but that was my fault. This week I was pretty much not very available.
I feel like it would be good for content creators because there's just so much flexibility for people to do stuff online nowadays.
Yeah, just usually there's a cycle throughout the year. In January, people are it's right after the holidays. Most people are not playing a lot. There wasn't as many people on YouTube as usual, but usually it picks up in March, and then it picks up until basically until July 4th. July 4th, oh, July 4th it drops like a rock, pretty much for the summer, and then it picks up again in late August, September. And then it picks up until Christmas. But this year it's been a bit quite different. Oh.
Okay, I think we got all of our pickups. We're okay. I just realized that my mainframe is out of whack, so none of my orbitals or anything are on right now. So this is great.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, especially when I feel like I'm unplanned, unprepared for it. I got you, boss.
My favorite is most likely Quantum.
Oh, I almost recovered that. Darn.
That's terrible. What are we doing wrong?
I mean, I'm not too sure.
Super is asking if DCUO will stop getting updates. Nah, it'll keep. There's no reason for DCUO to stop getting updates.
Hi. Sorry to hear about your planet sinking or disappearing or whatever it is. Been there. Let me tell you.
Base mods, it depends. Obviously, if you can get the higher mods, you can. It's a good thing to have. But if you don't have mods, at some point I would have said mods don't add that many stats. Like it does add stats to your characters, but I don't think it's. I would say it's. At some point I would have said it's not that big a deal, but actually I can't recall what stats you get these days from the top mods. So it could make a bit more of a difference. Basically, I would have to make a video where I compare the stats of the gear alone versus the mods versus other stuff. For healer power, personally I like electric. I know that for a lot of people, it consumes a lot of power, but I'm pretty good at managing my power, so it never really was an issue for me. But if not for electric, if you like combos, Celestial would be a good option. But if not, Sorcery seems fine to me, or I'm sure I'm forgetting one power. With Sorcery, obviously, you depend on your pet a bit. So I guess it would depend on your playstyle. If you don't mind playing with combos, Celestial or Water could be a good option. If you don't mind playing with pets, then Healer would be a good option.
Why do you fight when you cannot?
How are you liking that new artifact? Are you finding that you're using it a lot?
I use it quite a lot, and I know some people don't like it because you. Oh,
I think he might have rage crashed.
could be. The new artifact, I like it fine. The only thing is, if there's already a defense debuff on the NPC you cast it on, it doesn't cast the chain thingy. So you have to make sure to wait for the defense debuff to expire before you cast it again. But once you get used to it, it's not a big issue. And you have to cast it anywhere every 6 seconds, as opposed to the 12 seconds that the debuffs usually last. And it works well with the Bird of Prey comlink, so yeah, I kind of like it. Oh, okay.
Got him? Oh, I got him.
Yeah, I got him.
There you go.
Guess he has a hard time getting back up. Well, if you want to use Violet Lanterns, you could use Sorcery to fake it. To fake Violet Lanterns, I probably should make a video about that. I would use either Sorcery or Mental Powers to create a Violet Lantern.
Ooh, that's gonna leave a mark. Got one. Oh,
I'm getting... Oh, no, I didn't get it.
got that one. Okay.
Hello, Albert. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat as much as I should. A bit busy right now. Nah. You will hog girl, she jumped on me.
I think we might be biting off more than we can chew with this raid.
That's okay, we could,
We have to dial it back a bit.
yes. Yeah, I saw the Mortal Kombat trailer. It looks fun. It looks a bit on the cheap side. Like, I know it's supposed to be a blockbuster movie, but with video games especially, sometimes they won't put as much money as they should. Oh, we lost someone.
Oh, we did? Who did we lose? We lost Clamps. Oh, he left the group. Also, so maybe he DC'd.
So should we try something else?
Yeah, I think we're not getting anywhere with this. So let's close this up and then let's get out of this one. Let's go into let's go into tier 9. Whenever
Sure.
tier 9 is. Alright, let's go for tier 9.
The Snyder Cut is not out just yet, so no one has seen it. But we saw the trailer. The trailer seems promising, but sometimes the promises of trailers don't get fulfilled when once we actually see the movie. For Motherbox or Fatherbox, I like them both. I saw people who thought that Motherbox was stronger. I saw people who thought the Fatherbox was stronger. I didn't really crunch the numbers, so I couldn't really tell you for certain. No, we did not get a Venom trailer 2. We got a Mobius trailer, but that was quite some time ago. I saw the first 10 minutes of the WandaVision, and then I skipped and skipped and skipped until the end of the second episode, and I don't want to watch that show.
You're missing out.
I don't know. I hear the spoilers from in a roundabout ways. And there's Sun God who would like to join the group. Or are we full?
No, we still have room.
Okay,
Send me a tell.
Sun God 1, 2, 3, 4.
Where is he at? Is he near you?
He's right next to me.
Okay, I got to face to you.
But no, I don't think I'm gonna watch One Divisions. I didn't like I didn't like what I saw so far, and the spoilers I heard didn't convince me to give it a try. So no, I don't think so. I know sadly that it's going to lead into Doctor Strange 2, into the Multiverse of Madness or something like that. The red power in my loadout is the Bird Blitz. It's let me show it to you while we wait. Basically, it casts all 3 debuffs at the same time. Just to, but it comes from the artifact. I'll show you the artifact. It comes from the Birds of Prey comlink. So once you upgrade the Birds of Prey comlink, eventually you can cast pretty much all 3 debuffs with a single power. It does a few other things also. You can read it there. I could apply expose weakness.
Alright, we are ready to rock and roll.
The new episode will be in April, Nixo Wolf, so we're gonna have to wait. The only thing we really know is that the new episode will be in April. And Jackster did mention that it would have to do something to do with Flashpoint. We don't know if it's going to be actually Flashpoint or just inspired by Flashpoint and it'll be something else. At this point, there's all we can really do is speculate. Unless Mr. Nix heard something different.
Nope. But that is literally all that we know for right now. We're waiting for more stuff to come in, but it seems like the giant amount of players are worried about is SM right now. Don't know if it's going to be a little bit delayed because of the Texas storms or what else have you, but that seems to be the major concern right now. So there's not too much going on about the DLC. We know it's in April, but we don't know when.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the storm causes some sort of delay. It's to be expected. Someone was mentioning stretchy powers. I don't think that will ever happen. I would love for them to do it, but it'll probably require too much animation. So I doubt it would be possible. But you never know. I could be wrong.
Plastic Man does need to be put in the game, though.
It would be fun. Plastic Man, Elongated Man, and it's the last power we need to be able to recreate the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
The best powers for free to play. For free materials, there's a whole bunch of free materials you can get. Oh, do we have a 3 controller? Oh, I think I'll switch. For materials,
we do.
That's alright. For materials, there's a whole bunch of vendors in the Watchtower where you can get materials for source marks. So if you're a free-to-play player, just farm for source marks, and there's quite a few nice materials you can get from the Watchtower, or the Hall of Doom if you play a villain. Well, the best paid power, it depends if you play if you want to play healer, a troll, or a tank, and also it depends on your playstyle. That's a pretty big, a pretty important part. Hello, Mr. Chili Dog. The Bat family member, well, obviously it would be Batman, but I would say Nightwing after Batman, Nightwing, or I should probably say Dick Grayson, because I kind of liked him as Robin as well.
I like the flair of Jason Todd, but I'm a Dick Grayson fan myself.
And this just confirms my suspicions. The Justice League won't get here fast enough. I'm going to need your help to stop it, or else Starro might take over the Earth.
Oh, Batman Beyond is pretty cool as well, and it's something that probably shouldn't have worked, but it was like I would say a happy accident.
Do not judge him for his rash behavior. Just ensure his safety, and I will be forever grateful.
And it ended up being almost a mixture of Batman and like a young Spider-Man in high school.
The Starro spores affecting these Atlanteans are still weak. If we attack them now, we can stop the conversion of Atlantis.
Jason thought it was cool. It's sad that people voted to have him die. At the time, I was in Germany, so I wasn't able to participate. So when I came back, the whole 800 thing was already finished, and he was sadly gone.
Can't remember where I was. What's going on?
Like when I came back from Germany, I had like a huge stack of 3 months worth of comics waiting for me, and the whole death of the family, death in the family was in there.
Oh, wow. Single target or AoE? What do you like to do most? Multi.
It depends. I would say probably single target, but there's always room to get abilities that does a bit of both.
I say have separate armories. So you look at the boss fight that you're about to go into, you say to yourself, okay, is it a single boss target fight, or is there going to be lots of ads? Like this one right here, I know going in, there's not too many ads, so I would say single. Probably single target would probably be better.
Well, a mind control power could be cool. Technically, we do have a mental power, but there's not really a mind control involved.
I think that's close as what you're going to get to a mind control power in the game.
My favorite Lantern core would probably be the Sinistro core. I kind of like the Black Lanterns as well, but nah, it's probably the Sinistro core. I guess we're down to one controller. Oh, for PvP, free power.
Maybe fire?
Yeah, fire is what I was going to say. Because you can pretty much heal yourself. So you can outlast the opponent if you manage to heal yourself enough and damage him enough. For light, it's a matter of do you like using combos?
Yeah, Hardlight is very combo based. I'm not mistaken.
I should not have rushed in. Go on without me. I'll catch up. Just be careful.
We're just doing some raids. Near Eric.
What movie am I excited for? I have to admit, oh, I'm mind controlled.
Yep, me too. I walked right into it.
For movies, I have to admit, not a lot of movies. I would say Godzilla vs. Kong. That's probably the one movie I'm excited about. Spider-Man 3 depends. There's talk that there's always a whole bunch of talk. Apparently, they're going to go deep into the multiverse with Spider-Man 3. So that could be fun. They're going to try to pull pretty much what they're trying to do with the Flash. With the Flash, they're going to bring back Michael Keaton. They're going to have Ben Affleck. And I heard rumors also that even Val Kilmer might be in the Flash. And with Spider-Man, they seem to be trying to pull the same stunt. They'll have Tobey Maguire, or Andrew Garfield, and I forget who else that might be involved. And in a roundabout ways, Sam Raimi might be involved also. So, and they're going to tie it to the Doctor Strange movie, which is directed by Sam Raimi. But until we know more, I'm not sure. I have mixed feelings, let's say, about the upcoming Marvel
Sorry I'm
movies.
late, everyone. I don't know
But yeah,
what
the
you guys
Godzilla
are
vs.
talking
Kong
about
is probably the
this
one
damn
that I'm looking forward to.
starfish.
What about you, Mr. Nix?
Yeah, honestly, everything that we've talked about is something I'm kind of looking forward to. I mean, my mind is open for any possibility. Yeah, we'll probably do one more raid, at the very least. I'll see how much time we have left. Best weapon for a sorcery healer. So it's probably be about trying to get back power, so that you can keep healing independently without having to worry about a troller to always give you power. I would probably say brawling is the way to go. Actually, we might get stuck in this fight for a while. Actually, this might be our last raid, depending upon what happens here. So, guys, to avoid getting mind control, just stay outside of the area where all those little juvenile Staros are, because eventually we could have everybody mind controlled, and that would be chaotic.
Ah,
Oh, great! Now you're mind controlled.
my bad.
Sorry. It's just you guys are all trying to kill the healer right
I'm
now.
good. Oh, not good.
You ran into another one?
I was good for a half a second.
It's alright.
Yeah, I love the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man as well. I wish that there's someone who had suggested when Marvel were going to make the new Spider-Man movies, or that to add Spider-Man in the Marvel universe. Some people had suggested that they probably should have used Tobey Maguire, but sadly they decided to go another direction. Oh,
So the double nth metal will end within a week. So as of next Thursday, it'll be something new. Rumors going around that there might be an artifact boost week coming up before SM. We'll have to see. Oh no.
are you mind control?
Yeah. Should have just stayed in my area where I was.
That's alright. It happens.
I'll answer questions in that time frame. Oh wait, no, I'm not in mind control anymore. Okay. What is your preferred power for each type of the Lantern Core? Isn't that the power itself? The lantern?
Well, I guess within in DCUO, I like to use Celestial to create Black Lantern powers. For the Orange Lantern, you can use the Yellow Lantern powers. That's the better option, I think. Violet, I would go either for Mantle or Sorcery. And I'm sure I'm forgetting one. For the Blue Lanterns, I would go with Quantum or Water. For submitting tickets to DCO, it depends. I didn't have to submit a ticket in a long time. The last time I did was like, I don't know, 6 years ago. And actually, it didn't take that long way back when, but there was a lot of changes. They changed their policies, and they changed also the way they answer tickets. So I have no idea these days. I haven't filed a ticket in a long, long time.
I'd say about within a week you should get a response of some kind. So by ticket, they mean like, let's say they have an issue
Nah,
and they're trying to resolve it. Oh wow, look at all of you guys from my control. Like 6 of you.
what can I say? We prefer to be on Star Wars team than on yours.
I thought it was just our team. I didn't know it was just my team.
It's your team now. If I mind control, it becomes your team.
Ah, okay. Well, that's good. Well, I'm going to try and get mind control then. For black and white lanterns, is Celestial the best to use? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I would say yes. Ah. Sadly, one of the challenges with quantum tunneling, be careful where you teleport to. Sometimes you'll teleport into trouble, like I did. So don't do that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
For Black Panther 2, from what I understand, is going to focus on his sister. She's going to become the new Black Panther. And it's something they've been planning for a long time. I know that some people think that they're doing that because Chadwick Boseman sadly is no longer with us. But they were already planning to do that way back when, which at the time Chadwick Boseman wasn't very happy about that. He wanted to remain the Black Panther, and sadly they decided to make the new Black Panther his sister.
Girl power.
Oh yeah, they that's all
They're
they have in
falling
mind.
into that's what they're falling into, the CW trap right now.
Oh yeah.
But
Well, we've known that for
feminism.
some time. The whole Phase 4 was pretty much trying to put either a female character on the forefront or even having female directors. So we've known
sure.
that for quite some time.
That's true. Well, I get you guys out of my control, but the boss is almost gone, so you guys can tolerate it for a little bit longer.
Sure. I know movie heroes are not overused, but there's quite a few people who have been, let's say, waiting for quite some time for superhero movies to be a thing of the past. But sadly, it seems to be more
We did it.
wishful thinking than anything else.
The seas. And the
Superhero movies are doing well. We're doing fine. Obviously, everyone has issues because of what's going on right now. But in theory, there's no reason why superheroes movies should not keep on doing well. But at this point, they'll probably have to learn to make movies with lower budgets in mind, because with most theaters being closed, they won't get as big a return as they used to have. They pretty much depend on movie theaters to be able to get the returns they need for superhero movies. So let's get out of here.
Let's finish this stream up with a Doomsday raid. I think that would be appropriate.
Oh yeah, that would be a good one.
Yeah. Let's give that a go.
No, I did not watch Sonic the Hedgehog. I might give it a try at some point. It seems to be like they made like a fun buddy movie with Sonic and what's his name, the guy who used to play Cyclops in the X-Men. So yeah, that could be a fun bit to watch.
Yeah, with Jim Carrey as Dr. Eggman. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah, maybe DC should just adapt their animated movies, but sadly it doesn't work like that. Like they could simply adapt the comics. Obviously, they don't want to do that. You have to understand that a lot of movie makers see themselves as artists. They don't just want to be people who execute, like you give them an animated movie and then they execute it in live action. No director really wants to do that. They want to put their own spin, they add their own creative touch. So sadly, they would have a hard time finding an A-list director willing to just adapt an animated movie, and they for a long time they had a hard time finding one to just adapt the comics. And even then, whenever they would find the director, they never really just adapted the comics. They would do a lot more than that. But yeah, but well, the one thing I can say about about the Sonic movie though is that when they had their first trailer, and the consensus was that the Sonic design was terrible. They did not start attacking the fan. They did not accuse the fan of being toxic. They said, okay, guys, we heard you. They went back to the drawing board. They pushed the movie back a bit, I think, and they redesigned the character so that he would look more like Sonic. And I think it was the right call. So for that, I'll give them 2 thumbs up for listening to the fans as opposed to saying that the fans were toxic and using that as a shield to shift the blame.
I think the movie was actually quite successful, though. I think it ended up doing quite well because they did make those changes. That was, yeah, like you said, it was a good thing that they did that.
Well, it was a great example of the producers actually listening to the fans and giving them what the fans were asking for, which is sadly more and more rare in Hollywood these days. There's a cool Scarlet Spider here. Let's give him a little bow. But no, I'll probably actually have I subscribed to Amazon Prime about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So and it's on Amazon Prime right now. So I have no excuse. I'll have to watch the Sonics movie. Well, you always have to wonder, like when they first worked on the Sonics, they did that with Sonics, but they often do that. Like you have to wonder why make a Sonic movie if you're going to go out of your way to make the character look nothing like what he looks like in the game. So they luckily they did the right thing. They went back and actually made Sonic look like Sonic. But sadly, it's something that happens way too often. They'll take a property and they'll try to make it look like anything but what it should look like. And we even see it in most super movies. Like with, I love the first Spider-Man movie. With Spider-Man, they stayed pretty close to, well, fairly close to the look of the costume in the comics. But then when it came to the Green Goblin, it's as if they felt that they didn't have to stay very close to the look of the character in the comics. And there was this animatronic mask that we saw that was actually pretty darn close to the comic that they decided not to use in the end. But also with movies, sadly, there's a lot of moving parts. Let's say there's a lot of people who want to put in their inputs. There's the producers, there's the director. All the actors also want to have their input. In the case of the Green Goblin, I think ultimately it came to William Dafoe. William Dafoe did not want to have the Goblin costume, so they tweaked it to something that looked more like armor to pretty much let's say satisfy him. I think you were going to say something, Mr. Nix?
Oh, I was just gonna say I remember that movie when it first came out. It was quite a hit. But yeah, the Green Goblin look was an acquired taste. You either liked it or you didn't. Simple as that.
But they had enough right that we could forgive them the one costume that wasn't so good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And Spider-Man 2 even better. And Dr. Octopus was pretty darn good.
All right.
Here, this should help protect you while going toe-to-toe with Doomsday. This formulation is better than the earlier one, but they can be...
Oh, Young Trip is asking if you run the stabilizers every day.
Well, let me just have a look at my inventory just to see if I do. And there's a reason why I say that. I'll get to it in a second. I have currently 122 stabilizers.
That's too much. You have to give us a few.
And I don't buy any. So yes, I run it every single day.
Probably should have asked if some people needed some feeds. Ah, too
It's
late.
fine. It's not a big deal. No. We weren't doing feats anywhere else, so it's fine.
It's true. It's true. Maybe someday we'll do various runs for feats. We'll see. Hello, Moody. 13 games. But you should run the stabilizer fragmentation mission every day. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, you got to do it. Should be one of the first things that you do as soon as you get on. Run your stabilizer, run your vault.
Yeah, pretty much.
I do that, plus check my mail, and good to go.
Doomsday is still too powerful.
Moody has to ask, what is the best healer power? We spoke about that a bit earlier. At the end of the day, it depends on your playstyle. If you like to use combos, you could go for Celestials or Water Powers. If you don't mind using pets, you could go with Sorcery. If you're good to managing your power, Electric would be a good option. But at the end of the day, it depends on your playstyle a bit.
Yeah, dealer's choice, honestly. Any heal power is alright.
Yeah, it would be nice if they could update the bases a bit. At the very least, if we could have like the big version of the base with all our bases. Like having a big base for the space base, that would be cool. That would be cool. Maybe at some point it will offer us some sort of upgrade, but we don't know just yet.
It did give us access to being able to have 8 bases nowadays.
Yes, yes they did.
That is nice, for sure.
Well, I have
But
too
yes,
many
it would be
bases
nice
already,
if
so...
It would be nice, though, if they did add an update feature to those bases.
Because it's kind of hard not to use, let's say, the Brainiac base or the Atlantis base to get the bigger base. You know, to put in as many base items as you can, or if you have some big base items, you need those big rooms. Well, it depends on the players. There's players who have a lot of fun decorating their bases. To the shop, it's hard to tell. We never really know ahead of time when they're going to add stuff to the marketplace, and they don't do that often.
We're too late.
Superman, let me through. Superman.
Falcon and Winter Soldier seems to be looks fun from the trailers. We'll have to wait and see. I think it's going to start right after WandaVision, if I'm not mistaken.
Sorry, Lois.
So yeah, I
I
guess
think so.
I would have to say I'm looking forward to that one. What about you, Mr. Nix?
Yeah. I want to see more details to find out what direction they're going to go for that TV series. Seems like the antagonist is going to be Zemo, which is pretty cool.
Yes.
So, be interesting to see which direction they go with it. I'm intrigued. Yes, I have a lot of Legion currency myself, so I get what you mean there, Nexo Wolf. I get it. I'm in the same boat.
not sure about Loki. I heard a sad rumor that what we're going to get is a female Loki. We'll have Loki in the first episode, and after that, it's going to be a female Loki. So, not too crazy about that rumor, unless that rumor is false or there's something behind that.
Good grief! I hope not.
Can I help?
That would be terrible.
Yes, it would be.
Considering the trailers have only shown him, so that would be
It would be a bit of a
Hello.
switch and bait or bait and switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that you're waiting for the new rewards because let's say the rewards we have right now are not very inspiring. Hopefully we'll get those new rewards soon. For Moon Knight, I have mixed feelings. For She-Hulk, I'm really not looking forward to that one. I've cut the cord 15 years ago. I haven't had cable for a long, long time. If you have access to the internet, you don't really need cable, but if you want to have cable, no one is stopping you.
To this challenge. I believe in us.
The alert system allows you to be able to have access to the mainframe. It allows you to be able to summon backups or henchmen or sidekicks to use your orbital strike, your supply drops, all that good stuff. I'm not too crazy about puzzles. Sadly, already even if you have a group that knows what to do, very often those puzzles can be challenging sometimes with certain people. And when you end up, I play a lot sadly with random players. When you play with randoms a lot, puzzles are almost impossible to complete. And there's a few missions where sometimes you just have to, not even a puzzle, sometimes you have to activate like 4 consoles at the same time or something like that. And in some group, that's impossible. So whenever they put puzzles in the game, I almost have a heart attack, and I'm not too crazy about that.
I think I know the perfect way to be able to end this stream.
Yes. How?
Let's go to Metropolis and let's have a race between you and I, in that Valentine's Day race.
Oh, I see. Why, you saw me race and you want to beat me? Extra rewards next week would make some sort of sense, but next week, do we have something coming up next week? Let me check.
Nothing next week, not yet.
Yeah, extra rewards next week could make some sort of sense. It's hard to tell, really.
Extra rewards, I mean, numerous things that we can do.
For Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad, it's hard to tell. From what I understand, Gotham Knights will be in next November or October or something like that. So we'll have to wait for that. The power slot's like a bird. It's a debuff. It's an ability that allows me to cast all 3 debuffs at the same time. And it comes from that little artifact here. It comes from the Bird of Prey Comlink device. Once you upgrade the Comlink device, eventually you unlock the ability to be able to cast 3 debuffs at the same time. So that's what the bird does. You're getting the PS5 in 2 months? I'm green with envy. I wish I had a PS5, but not just yet. I have a drawing tablet too.
Well, you're an artist. You need to have a drawing tablet.
That kind of helps.
It does help.
Let's say a little thank you to the guys.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, I have to remove my rings.
Ah, yes.
If you guys ever have issue with this race, you have to remove. If you have a movement ring like the speed ring or the Legion ring, you have to remove them. Otherwise, you won't be able to start the race. So
let's wait till these guys go
oh,
first. So that's
sure.
just you and me.
The best way to level up.
Run content. I know it sounds obvious, but it's true. You got to run content if you want to level up.
Well, something that kind of help would be getting XP boosters from the marketplace. But when I suggest that, that's not really what the answer that people are looking for. So,
Oh, time capsule gear.
I have a video where I show more or less how to level up from level 1 to level 30, but that's pretty much the... You play the missions you have at that point, and you try to level up. We're pretty much done, Samuel, so there's no point really in inviting people at this point.
All right, come on, let's get this started.
Why do you still play? I love the game. It's pretty much that simple. Obviously, I guess one way to keep on loving the game or not to get tired from playing the game is not to force oneself.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh noes.
Low start for you.
That's alright. So if one day you don't feel like playing, just don't force yourself and don't play. If you need to take a week off, take a week off. And also there are ways to be able to change pace. I'm not sure how to properly say that. Like when I get tired of playing, let's say, endgame content, I go back and I play missions with a level 4 character. So sometimes that almost, if you choose a character with different powers, different ability, different weapons, it's a nice change of pace from the usual grind, I guess. And if you're getting tired from grinding, then don't take a break. I know sometimes it's tempting sometimes to grind. Like right now we have the anniversary event, so it's tempting to want to grind the anniversary event. It's tempting also to want to grind the Valentine seasonal event. But if you're tired of the grind, don't force yourself. Grind if you want to. If you don't feel like it, don't do it. At the end of the day, play to have fun. If you don't have fun grinding, then don't. You don't have to grind. Obviously, there are certain items that if you want to have everything, then yeah, you will have to do at least some sort of grind. But if you're getting tired of the grind, I missed the heart. If you're getting tired of the grind, just don't. So just play for fun. Play with the characters you enjoy. Play with the powers you enjoy. If one day you want to play as Batman, do that. If one day you want to play as Spider-Man, do that. Do whatever makes you have fun.
Absolutely. That's what it is at the end of the day.
Like a comment often I'll see people ask, like whenever they'll see me, let's say, play with a Batman character, sometimes people will say, if you want to play Batman, why don't you play the Arkham games? But at the end of the day, the Arkham games have a limited gameplay. Yeah, you'll play Batman Arkham Asylum for like 20 hours, and then you'll be done. And the same with most of the Arkham games. Like in some case, the same with Spider-Man. The Spider-Man game is a fun game, but there's roughly 20 hours worth of content in that game. And even worse, from what I understand, Miles Morales has like 6 or 8 hours of content. So once you're done with those, what do? Sure, you can play them over and over and over again if you want to. Or you play a game like DCUO, where there's always new content added into the game. You create your Batman character in DCUO, and you have fun playing DCUO. Enjoy your victory, you good sir.
It was almost too easy.
Nah, I messed up. But it's alright.
It's
I'll bow to your greatness, good sir.
yes. Maybe next time. Maybe next time you'll take me. Any last minute questions here? We're gonna try and pull up here. Yep. Hopefully there can be a DLC for the Miles Morales game to give it a little more light. Hopefully it can last a little bit longer.
Well, even before we got the Miles Morales game, people were saying that what they did was they took a DLC from the Spider-Man game and repurposed it into a full game. At first, people were saying that it was bullcrap, but seeing how there's little content in the game itself, it's sadly easy to see that yeah, there might be some truth behind that. And sadly, they charge it for the price of a full game, so that's a bit sad as well. The Shazam chest, the better option is to just buy it from the broker. Yes, you could try to open Shazam Time Capsule, but as our friend earlier mentioned, like we have someone who opened 30 Shazam Time Capsule, hoping to get the Shazam emblem, and they did not get it. So I would hate for you, Shinobite, to open Shazam Time Capsule and not get the Shazam chest. So if you really want to have just the Shazam chest, the best option is to just buy it from a broker. I guess more emotes could be fun, but honestly I don't really care. The amount of emotes we have, that's enough for me. Also, I'll see games like there are games like Destiny where you can actually purchase emotes, or even the Avengers game. The Avengers game they have those emotes that you can purchase. I don't see the point. I never use those. But yeah, if you like emotes, yeah, I guess that we could use a few more in DCUO. But if they never add a single more any more emotes, I don't really care. That's alright, Nick. So Wolf, take a break. Someday, if you decide to come back, the game will be there. So I think we're pretty much done here, Mr. Nix.
Yeah, I think so. I think we've had a lot of fun with our various raids that we were at today. Not to mention we ended it off with our end piece here. Yeah, I think this was a lot of fun.
Unless you want to go fight Mr. Freeze, I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we're ready to wrap up. Well, I guess we'll see you guys next time.
So thank you guys for watching. Your support is always appreciated. As I mentioned some time ago, we crossed the 5 million views, so that's much appreciated. And also, there's one video that's almost at 100,000 views. It's going to be the first video I have that will cross that mark. There's about 800 views left until we cross that mark, so I'll probably make a post about that when it happens. So thank you guys for your support. It's much appreciated, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, guys.
Take care.